Hi, and welcome back. So I've seen this a few times, and I probably think you have too. You open something like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, and in the span of about 90 seconds, you come across a video where someone chugs a green shake that they've added something like 10 or 15 supplements to. Then they strap on some kind of jaw exercising device. Then they ice their face, and then they take a cold plunge, and they do this all before they've done a single push-up. Now, this is what they now call Healthmaxxing, and whether you've seen this term or you've heard this term or not, you've certainly seen this kind of behavior. Now, half of American adults, according to research, have said they're rethinking their entire approach to wellness this year, and the question worth contemplating here is quite simple. Is this an actual shortcut to a longer, healthier life, or is it a marketing trap dressed up as self-improvement? And here is what makes this trend hard to dismiss and hard to fully trust at the same time. Healthmaxxing is not just one habit, it's an entire category, covering things like fiber maxing, sleep maxing, protein maxing, and even looks maxing, all built on the same core idea. Instead of picking one change and sticking with it, you stack as many optimizations as possible all at once, hoping the combination effect multiplies your actual payoff. Now, a survey from the Vitamin Shop's 2026 Health and Wellness Trend Report found that 69% of people are actively trying today to raise their fiber intake. When it comes to fiber maxing, you may have seen my latest video. Now, as a result of this trend, fiber supplement sales have climbed right alongside that interest curve. Now, on the surface, that sounds encouraging, but the numbers get more complicated the deeper you go. Gen Z is more than twice as likely as boomers to overhaul their wellness routine this year. 70% of Gen Z say they feel pressure to keep pace with whatever trend is circulating on social media that particular week or month. And more than half of Gen Z describe anxiety from something researchers are now calling FOMO, or the fear of missing out. When it comes to fear of missing out, so in this case, it's the sense that they're falling behind on the latest health protocol, meaning they're falling behind on taking care of their body. That pressure is exactly the kind of soil, or probably the manure, that Healthmaxxing actually grows in. And it raises a question you might not expect. Does chasing every trend actually make you healthier, or just busier and then more anxious? Before answering that, it helps to separate what is real from what is just noise, because the two constantly get blended together online. Increasing your fiber intake to a healthy level, prioritizing protein, and tightening up your sleep hygiene are certainly not 2026 fads. These things and many others are decades old and well-supported habits that genuinely do support longevity, our metabolic health, and our muscle preservation as we age. The part that turns useful science into something riskier is the stacking. When you take one good habit and multiply it by 10, adding supplement after supplement without knowing how they really react or interact in your body, you're no longer optimizing, you're gambling with your own biochemistry. If you've been finding value in breaking down what is actually backed by evidence versus what just performs well on camera, this would be a good time to subscribe, because untangling this kind of longevity misinformation is what helps those who are really just looking to extend their health span. Now, the use of a gambling metaphor here is not an exaggeration. Researchers at Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center have been directly warning the public that maxing trends can lead to nutrient deficiencies, toxic supplement levels, and added psychological stress, even when every individual product looks harmful on its own just sitting on a shelf. One clinician interviewed on the topic put it very plainly indeed. They stated that extreme elimination diets can increase the risk of nutrient deficiencies or cause anxiety around food, which could then lead to eating disorders. Also, that excessive supplement use can reach toxic levels the body was never designed to process all at once. Our liver and our kidneys are not built to filter a dozen untested combinations simultaneously, no matter how confident the influencer promoting them actually sounds. The T-maxing or testosterone maxing trend shows how far this can go when good intentions actually meet zero oversight. People chasing elevated T levels can actually attest to this. They have, through unregulated protocols, reported huge problems with acne, mood swings, hair loss, and an increased risk of high blood pressure alongside long-term prostate concerns. On the supplement stacking side specifically, some combinations of supplements compete for the same absorption sites in our gut, while others place direct extra strain on the liver, occasionally to the point of documented liver injury. Now, none of this shows up in a 15 or 30-second TikTok video because the damage that we're doing to ourselves is not immediate. It accumulates quietly over time, which is exactly what makes Healthmaxxing so dangerous. Luxmaxxing actually tells a similar story about how a trend can become viral without ever being reviewed by someone who's actually qualified to weigh in. It's currently the most widespread maxing category, showing consistent year-round interest across 44 US states, with the strongest concentrations in cities like New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Chicago, and also Seattle. Now, I'm sure this is true in other large cities across the globe. Meanwhile, over half of American healthcare providers, that's 58%, believe that platforms like TikTok and YouTube are actively harming people's long-term health literacy. And 56% of those healthcare providers say they have personally had to correct a patient who arrived with a spurious claim that they'd picked up online. Now, that gap that circulates between what is actually true and what is not true is where most of the real risk actually hides. So where does this leave you? Where does this leave me? Where does it leave us all standing? Between a trend that sounds smart and a warning that should really sound quite serious. The honest answer is that Healthmaxxing is not entirely right and it's not entirely wrong. And I know that is not a very helpful thing to say. It does depend almost completely on which version you're practicing, because not all influencers sell their information or hand over their information the same way. And the same influencer, once they see a method of handing over that information wane and lose its virality, all they're going to do is change the way they hook you in and keep you interested. So where can Healthmaxxing actually be of benefit, doing more than one thing at the same time? So raising your fiber intake gradually, prioritizing protein at each meal, and building consistent sleep habits are supported by real research and genuinely do move the needle in the right direction when it comes to healthy aging. Stacking 8, 12 or 15 supplements with different protocols because an influencer takes them on camera is a completely different activity. And this is the version that doctors, indeed anyone with an ounce of common sense, tries to warn people about. The regular underlying pattern here is the most important thing, remembering long after this video has actually ended. And that underlying pattern is that the habits that actually extend our health span tend to be unglamorous, incremental, and slow enough that they will very rarely ever go viral online. While the habits that spread fastest online are usually the ones that are optimized for attention rather than positive outcomes. Once you start filtering trends through that lens, asking whether something is foundational or a stacked extreme, the noise gets much easier to actually sort through. And you stop needing to chase every new protocol just to feel like you're keeping up and or you're not missing out. And that's one of the reasons that my channel now actually continues to exist. 7 years ago, my aim was just to record my longevity journey by following what I call my 5 pillars of longevity: nutrition, exercise, sleep, reducing psychological stress, and targeted health supplementation. As the years rolled on, this became more and more difficult because the noise became so loud and the signal started to get lost. And with changes to YouTube's algorithm and people's attention spans getting shorter, the issues then became compounded. Something as important as sleep hygiene really cannot be explained correctly in 30 seconds. It really really can't. And anyone who looks like they're going to take longer than 30 seconds will be swiped past after about 15 seconds and then classified as boring. Whereas a 20-something influencer who talks fast and has plenty of flashing AI graphics seems to be heralded as a health lifestyle trailblazer. The truth is longevity and extending our health span is boring. It's constantly doing the things that show up in longevity literature time and time again. Things like eating whole foods and not eating ultra-processed foods. Having a regular exercise routine, so plenty of zone 1 and zone 3 cardio, and sometimes getting into zone 4 and zone 5. Also, lifting something heavy 2 or 3 times a week. Go to bed and wake up at the same time, even at the weekends. Sleep in a cool, dark place. Try to reduce psychological stress as much as possible. So maybe try yoga or meditation, control breathing sessions, and occasionally take a walk in nature. Then we move on to targeted supplementation, and targeted here is the key word. So test your levels and then supplement with only what you are deficient in. If there's something that you think may be useful, but you can't actually measure it, things like hyaluronic acid, resveratrol, baby aspirin, apple cider vinegar, and TMG or trimethylglycine, to name just a few, you must do your own research, review medical studies, ask AI, read health and wellness blogs, etc. You can talk to doctors, but they will have very little information on supplements. They really just want to sell you drugs. Don't rely on a handful, specifically don't rely on a handful of influencers bombarding you with their facts in a series of 30-second videos that always seem to have links to their products and nothing else. See how many influencers just post content to pass on important information? There are very few. Why? Because these influencers that we see now, it's their business. Their business is chasing trends. Now, if you're thinking about Healthmaxxing or making any changes to your lifestyle or diet, part of your research should be talking to a healthcare provider.